Didn't her mom ever teach you about knocking on office doors before entering?
Oh, well, I didn't think you'd want me to waste time once I came to tell you that Megan's at the studio.
She is?
Yes.
Did you get the gift in her dressing room? I mean, did anyone see you?
Yes to question A, no to question B, and Max, would you chill out before you become a statistic?
What about the actors? They're all prepared? All the gifts are in place? You got it?
Yes, sir. Everything's ready to go to win Megan back.
Oh, God, Andy. What if this doesn't work?
It will. And if it doesn't, then we'll think of something else to do.
No. If I don't win Megan over this time, that's it. I'm finished trying.
Come in. Hello. Hey, Sarah. You deserve the medal for the pitch you gave Raymond today. Well, a lot of good it did. I still wasn't able to convince him to go to therapy. Did you have any luck after I left? No, of course not. He always wants to be in control. According to him, the only problem with his royal eyes is temporary. Let's hope that he's right. So how's it going here at the studio with you and Max? Well, I thought of killing him, but then I figured that the jury wouldn't let me off. I mean, after all he did was get Gabrielle pregnant. Well, at least you're not bitter. Oh, no, not me. No, well, Raymond helped pull me out of the depths. Sit. Here. I'm sorry, my room. That's all right. What is this? To the Queen of the Centennial Ball? Must be from Max, don't you think? Oh, no, I very much doubt that. He wouldn't have the nerve. Plus, this isn't his handwriting. Huh. To the Queen of my heart. Nice. Not even signed. Oh, well, let's see. Oh, look at these. Just put them on. Put them on, yeah. Oh, they fit perfectly. What do you think? Hey, I think you're Cinderella.
Yes?
Howdy. I'm here to pick up my wife.
Mr. Wyman, you'll be so happy to know we've reached an agreement.
Yes.
Oh.
Barbara and I have decided. Clint.
Clint?
He said he's here looking for his wife.
Oh, my goodness, I completely forgot. Clint, come in. Please come in. Vicky's plans had to be changed, and she's not going to be coming here at all today, and it's such a shame because, goodness, we haven't seen either of you in so long. It's been so long, hasn't it, George?
Oh, it sure has, Clint. What the hell is going on here?
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
So, Clint, after all these years, Barbara and I finally are making the plunge. We're going to adopt a baby.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, and this is Ambrose Wyman. He's from the Lord Love the Children Foundation. It's a wonderful organization.
Yes, I've heard of it.
Ambrose, I'd like you to meet our very good friend, Clint.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Clint.
Thank you.
I take it as a friend of many years of Barbara and George here, you can vouch for what kind of parents they'd make, hmm?
My goodness, he's so surprised and shocked that we're finally going to adopt a baby, he doesn't even know what to say.
Yes, I'm very shocked. Well, Ambrose, why don't we discuss the details and you can answer some more questions about the financial thing, and we'll let Barbara explain to Clint where Viki is.
Good idea.
How are you, Clint?
Well, actually, it isn't one of my better days. But,
Obviously, we're in disguise for a reason. It's part of an investigation. Please don't give us away.
of course not.
Nice robe.
Oh, yes, it is.
Well, when can I expect to see my wife, Barbara?
I would think she'd probably be home within an hour or so.
I see.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not trying to get out of it. We just didn't realize that adopting a baby could cost so much.
Well, I'm sorry, George, but you did ask for a newborn infant. See, there's the doctor's fees, the hospital cost, caring for the biological mother. Those expenses mount up.
They can't mount up that much.
Well, it's very expensive to run an organization like Lord Love the Children. See, we are dependent on donations. We wouldn't be able to run without them. Without your contribution, we couldn't take care of all the needy children. Now, you understand that, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. But maybe you could explain to me again just how the money is used.
It's so wonderful to have you back from Arizona.
Well, actually, I've been thinking about not following through on my plans to restore Buchanan City.
You have?
Excuse me, Barbara. Your husband, George, here wants to talk about the financial aspects of Lord Love the Children, but we can discuss that at a later time. I think it's best if we, start signing the papers right now.
Yes, certainly, whatever you say. Clint said he was just leaving, weren't you?
No, if you don't mind, I think I'll stick around and have a cup of coffee. Maybe by then my wife will be home.
I think it'll be best if you sit right next to George here to get this thing done.
All right.
All righty.
Excuse me, dear.
Gabrielle, are you there? Mother, is that you? Oh, my God. What are you doing here? Leave your back?
No, neither can I. I just blew in with the sagebrush about an hour ago. Well, you look awful. Tonya says you've got flu.
Oh, no, actually, I'm quite well.
Well, why do you look so run down, then?
I haven't had a lot of sleep lately. Listen, I have to keep working while we talk, all right?
Look at this. What an absolutely gorgeous gown. It's stunning.
I'm glad you like it. It's exactly what Max wanted. Glimmers, it glitters, it shines. It does dance and sing, doesn't it?
Well, and may a mother ask to what sort of occasion her daughter, who's living in a halfway house, wears such a gown?
Oh, no, I wish it was for me, but it's not. It's for someone else. And listen, no one knows about this except Deborah, so if Max or anyone else asks you any questions, I have the flu. And as far as that goes, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You know, whenever you say you don't want to talk about something, a little click goes off in my head, and you know what it says? It says danger ahead. Well, then tell me.
All right, if you must know, it's not that big of a deal. I am making this dress for Megan as a surprise from Max so that he can win her back.
Now, how could he have known my shoe size so perfectly?
Who?
Well, Prince Raymond, of course.
Oh, Prince Raymond? What's been going on with you two?
Nothing has been going on. Well, I think he's attracted to me. He's made that very clear.
Of course, what did I do? But I cried all over his shoulder about Max today. Ah, and then he just happened to measure your foot to find out the exact size.
No. He gave me this very lovely speech about how I deserve a man who gives me his undivided love, how I should be treated like royalty, showered with furs and diamonds.
I see. And then, voila, being a prince, he just picks up the phone and has some slippers delivered here before you got back.
You got it.
No, I think you got it. A prince with a very big crush on you. That must boost your ego a little bit.
Certainly does. I think maybe I'll call my prince. Excuse me.
Oh, Sarah, if you have time, I'd love to have lunch with you today.
Yeah.
I'm only in the fourth act. I have, like, nothing to do.
Be great. Yes. Room 402, please. Okay, I'll call him back later. Thank you. He's having some tests done.
Come in.
Hey, Sarah, good to see you.
Hi, Max. How you doing?
Oh, other than the compound fracture my heart has suffered, I'm doing okay.
Oh, yeah, sure. What do you want, Max?
Well, hello to you too, Megan.
What do you want?
I'd like to see you in my office right now. It won't take long.
What the hell is this about? I don't know, but he obviously didn't want to say anything in front of me. Maybe he's going to tell you about Gabrielle carrying his child. Oh, Sarah, he would not have come in here complaining of a compound fracture to his heart and then ordered me to his office just so he could say, "Oh, Meg, kind of forgot to tell you Gabrielle's pregnant, but I love you." No, maybe he would do that, wouldn't he? Where's my baseball? Wait a minute. Come here. Just be calm. Go find out what he wants. Come on. Come on. Bye.
Come on in. Have a seat.
Thank you. Yes, I'm waiting.
Megan, do you mind telling me why you are so angry with me? I mean, even angrier than you were a day or two ago. What in the world have I done?
Oh, nothing. Nothing, Max. Unless you have a little something you'd like to tell me?
No, not really.
Not really. Great. So then what am I doing here? What do you want?
I'm taking you out of today's show.
Why?
Well, because you're just in the last act, and I know you've got a lot to do to get ready for the Centennial Ball.
I still have time for the show.
Well, I know, but I thought you'd appreciate getting out a little early. I mean, the show's running long as it is, and that scene you're in, it's expendable.
Oh, so now I'm expendable, is that it?
I didn't say that. Megan, please. Look, in any case, the scene's out. So you're free for the rest of the day.
Fine. Fine. Fine, 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 fine.
Oh, incredible. She is furious at you.
You can imagine how she'd be if she didn't get a brand new pair of shoes.
Max, it looks like you're really bombing. But maybe she'll understand, you know, why you let her off the show when she sees your next present and card.
Oh, she better understand. Otherwise, a lot of time, money, and all the hope I have in the world is just gonna go down the tubes.
What a wonderful idea. How very, very thoughtful of you to sew the sequins on the gown that'll win Megan back for Max. I mean, where did you get this brilliant brainstorm?
Welcome back, Mum. I haven't laughed since you left.
Well, would you mind explaining this to me before I think that you've lost all your bobbins?
Oh, it's very simple. Good answer for it. Megan has left Max. She couldn't take the fact that he was giving me attention. She really couldn't stand that any longer. And that doesn't mean that he's now mine, on the contrary. He resents me for losing Megan. He hasn't said it, and he doesn't know it, but I know it. At any rate, he wanted to make a dress for a surprise. He asked Tanya to do it, and she was too busy, so I decided I would do it for a surprise. I certainly hope that it'll help him get her back.
But why would you want your rival back with Max?
Because my rival makes Max happy. All I do is make him unhappy and give him problems. Mum, I owe Max so much, and I can't bear to see him suffering.
Do you know, when I left, you had a severe case of altruism, which has since deteriorated into dementia.
Michael, I didn't expect to see you before the ceremony. Come in.
Thanks. I was going to meet you at the church, of course, but I was wondering if you had a minute here.
Well, sure I do. Especially if these beautiful flowers are from me.
As a matter of fact, they are. I asked the florist to try and match your beauty, but I'm afraid he couldn't come close. Admirable effort, though.
Well, they're lovely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I was just going to get Stephen all dressed for the christening. Why don't you help me?
I take it Larry's not here.
Well, not yet. He should be here in a little bit.
And this is a good time for me to show you a copy of Stephen's christening present.
That says $100,000, Michael.
Yes, it does. Your son, of course, is worth millions, but I thought another $100,000 in the trust fund account couldn't hurt.
Nope, I'm sorry. I can't accept that. Please take that back.
Brenda, it's not for you to accept. It's for Stephen when he comes of age. It really should have nothing to do with you and Larry, actually.
No, I understand that. But I want you to understand that I am very uncomfortable with this. Michael, Larry doesn't even know about this trust fund.
I'm aware of that, Brenda. If I were to remarry and have 6 children, I would still want Stephen to have this money. So if you decided, for whatever reason, not to speak to me again, or if Larry decided to shut me out of your lives, or if I decided to move to Czechoslovakia, the money would still be there for Stephen.
So what you're telling me is that I have no choice in this matter? Is that it?
Yes. And I think in the future that I'll make these deposits a little more quietly.
Well, I'm not sure that's going to help very much.
Or hurt.
I tell you what, though, we can strike a deal. I will accept that deposit that you made today into that account if you never put another dime in that account. And I mean it, Michael, not another dime.
Well, sounds like Stephen doesn't agree. I mean, sounds to me like he likes the idea of money in the bank.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's in the voice. I can hear it.
Well, I think I'll go get him dressed for the christening, and you can come and help if you'd like to.
Now, if I can have both your signatures on this document.
Just what exactly are we signing here, Ambrose?
A simple contract notifying us of your intention to adopt an infant from Lord Love the Children and of your intention to make a donation, half now and half when the baby is born.
There's no amount specified here.
Well, there's no need. We've already agreed on the amount. All we have to do now is wait for the baby to be born.
Oh, how far along is the young woman?
Let's see, 3.5 months.
Oh.
Well, that means we'll have a beautiful baby by summertime, my darling.
Yes, and then our family will be complete, George.
You know, all my experience doing the Lord's work, I've come across many couples who will try and adopt a baby for all the wrong reasons. You know, like trying to save their marriages.
That's hardly fair, is it?
Oh, especially to the baby. Oh, they'll lie to me and tell me how much in love they are and how compatible they are and how committed they are to each other. Pure lies, fantasies.
It's very sad.
Yes, it is. So I've learned to kind of put my antenna out. So I can tell that you two are obviously very deeply in love.
Well, thank you, Ambrose. We have so much love to give, we want to share it with the baby. Well, I guess we should sign this paper. Darling, you first.
Oh, gracious, I'm so excited that I'm trembling.
After having given up almost all hope.
Oh, I can assure you, as the Lord's servant, you should never give up hope.
Well, I'll get in touch with my accountant, and, well, I should be in touch with you at the first of the week.
Well, good deal. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call.
Oh, yes, we will.
Well, Clint, in this time of marital strife and divorce, it must be quite a refreshing thing to have, you know, such close friends being so committed to each other.
Oh, this couple is constantly amazing me.
Real nice to meet you.
Thank you. Likewise, Ambrose.
Thank you so much for your faith and your concern.
Yes, we're extremely grateful.
Oh, my pleasure. I know the Lord is smiling on us for this good work we've done here today. Bye, Barbara. Bye, George.
Bye.
Bye, Clint.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, please give our regards to your wife.
Will do. God bless.
Bravo. Bravo.
Well, I think we pulled that off, Victoria.
Yes, I think we did. And now I suppose Clint would like to be filled in on just what's going on here.
Really? You guessed that? You know, first I'd appreciate it if you'd get out of those ridiculous disguises and put some damn clothes on.
You know, I really don't understand Max. I mean, it's like he's deliberately trying to alienate you. He would never have taken me off that show. Never taken me off the show if we were still lovers. But no, he's doing this to show me that he's boss. Show me who's in control. Of course, he didn't mention that little muffin he's got cooking in Gabrielle's toaster. No. Made it sound like I was the one that was crazy, like I had no reason to be angry. Oh, he drives me crazy. Wait. Let me go find that bat. No, I can handle this. Look, Max, excuse me, I think you have the wrong drum.
Megan Gordon?
Yeah.
I'm your fairy godmother.
Oh. Oh, my God. This is great. 3 wishes, Megan. You have 3 wishes.
Sorry, not on this trip.
bag that just happens to match your shoes, strangely enough. There's something inside. What?
These are beautiful.
Megan, those are definitely not right.
Here.
shoes. Try this on. Read that while I put these on. Royalty demands more than mere sparklers. Mere? That's like calling the Statue of Liberty a doll. To be every inch the queen, proceed to the land view grand. Your footman awaits you. My footman? What are we doing? Let's get over to the land. Now, isn't this pathetic? Isn't this pathetic? Max, who I've known for so long, does nothing but make me miserable. And this man who I've just met goes out of his way to make me happy. If you ask me, he's making you positively ecstatic. Come on.
Take her, Brenda?
Larry, Michael and I are in here dressing Stephen. We'll be right out.
Okay.
I'd guess Michael brought that garden in, huh?
We still need water.
Dad, look, I'll go in the kitchen. I'll find a vase.
Thanks, Dan. Sure.
Hi, honey.
I accidentally found this bank statement. Trust fund you set up for Stephen?
Right. It's for him to collect 21.
Yeah, I meant to tell you about this, Larry. I just...
You just couldn't find the time in the last 3 months.
Larry, it's just my simple gift to Stephen.
I wasn't talking to you, okay?
Michael, I think that I need to speak with Larry by myself for a minute, please.
Sure, if that's what you prefer.
Please, yes, thank you.
All right, I'll see you at the church then.
Okay, here we go. The smaller but more tasteful arrangement. Brenda? Dad, Brenda, what's wrong?
So you can see that the steam from the radiator stained our clothes,
And we could hardly sit around in wet clothes. After all, we were pretending to live here, and Ambrose would wonder why we didn't change.
and neither Barbara nor George are the same size as we are, so we looked in the closet and we found robes.
And what the hell, the husband and wife at home, they could lounge around all day in robes.
Boy, we just can't take the two of you anywhere, can we? Leave the two of you alone in a hotel room? Vicky spills coffee all over herself and has to undress. The two of you go undercover on an assignment, and you manage to get blasted by the steam from a radiator, and so the two of you have to undress.
At least you now know why we were in robes, and hopefully you understand the significance of why we were here.
And why we may still have to work together. When I got Ambrose alone, he didn't incriminate himself. He just went on about how the money was used for the less fortunate children.
Well, if Ambrose and his wife really are selling babies, I have to at least admire your courage in exposing yourselves to danger.
Well, it was sort of nerve-wracking, especially when you showed up. Thank you very much for not giving us away.
Well, let's say I was a little in shock.
No, I think he bought it all.
Of course he did. You two make the perfect married couple. And you know why? Because your feelings for each other are so obvious and clear. Be honest. Didn't you feel very natural in your married roles? Weren't you really just being yourselves?
No, I really believe that if Clint had had his way, he would have single-handedly resurrected that city.
Why? I mean, who cares about a community that has no telephones, no electricity? Does he really think that people are going to give up their cars for horses and their VCRs for phonographs?
You know, you're usually such a romantic. Why so realistic about Buchanan City? It's the man's dream, darling. I was part of it. Well, who cares? Anyway, who cares what the world thinks? He's come back here, he's putting things on hold, and he's going to see if he can patch things up with his wife.
Oh, I was wondering when you're going to bring Viki into this monologue about wonderful Clint Buchanan.
What does that mean?
I didn't know you better. I'd say you're falling in love.
Well, I am. Oh, darling, I didn't think there were men like Clint left in the world. He's good, he's honest, he's trustworthy, he's so bright and handsome and virile.
And he's married.
Oh, perhaps, but not happily. Vicky seems to have lost her senses over some other man. I think she's treating him rather shabbily.
I know the other side of the story. I've heard it all from Tina. I also know the Buchanan. There's no way that their marriage is over. My advice to you is don't get in any deeper.
I'm sure he already knows that I fancy him. But I don't suppose he realizes that he's the first man since your father, who I've cared for. And if this reconciliation with Vicky doesn't take place, then I refuse to be demure any longer. Unlike you, I will not root for nor sew for my rival.
Well, Roger, now that your undercover job is over for the day, I'd like to speak to my wife. Alone?
We'll talk tomorrow about the next step. Thank you so much for helping me out.
Sure. Take care, Vicky. Clint?
When did you get in? Have you seen the children?
No. When I landed, they were already at school. I called Kim. She told me you were over here at the Wedgeworth, so I foolishly decided to drive over and surprise my wife.
Guess it's a toss-up as to which one of us was the more surprised. The children are going to be thrilled to see you.
I really don't want to speak about the children right now. You know, you are ignoring what I just got through saying a little while ago. About how natural you and Roger were as being a devoted, married couple.
Clint.
You weren't acting at all.
Yes, we were. We were trying to convince Ambrose.
I saw you, Vicky. I saw you. I saw the two of you before the two of you saw me. I saw you walk into the room arm in arm, smiling. I saw the way you looked at each other.
You are exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating a damn thing. I saw you with my own eyes. I saw you. I saw the easiness between the two of you. The tenderness and the warmth. You and Roger didn't have to act any of that. And seeing it damn near killed me. You know why? Because that's the way you and I used to be, Vicky.
Larry, I'm sorry I've been dragging my feet about telling you about the trust fund.
I thought we agreed you wouldn't let him do that.
Well, we did, and I told him, but he did it anyway. I mean, it's like today. He does it after the fact. He deposited the money, and then he told me about it. And listen, he told me that no matter what, when Stephen turns 21, he's going to have that money. Larry, there are a lot of worse things that can happen to a child than inheriting money.
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't have minded inheriting about 100 grand or so, Dad, when I was 21. How about you? And your brother Vinny wouldn't have to work 2 jobs to put you through medical school.
Dan, I appreciate what you're trying to do. Haven't you got something else you could do right now, please?
Sure. Sure, I'll go take care of my little brother.
Thank you.
Larry, please, can't you try and just understand?
I understand you're wanting to give Stephen some financial security and advancement. I understand that. But it's wrong to become indebted to Michael Grand. And you know that's why you didn't tell me, because I would have pointed that out.
Oh, come on.
Brenda, I thought when two people loved each other, they trusted each other.
Yeah. You want to talk about trust? Let's talk about trust. What about the time when I came to you wanted you to help me to get my baby back? I mean, what did you do then for me? You did absolutely nothing. I mean, think about those weeks, Larry, when I wanted your assistance in getting my baby back. In fact, you didn't even want me to go looking for my child.
I did everything. I apologized as much as I could. I was looking at things logically and rationally.
Yeah, well, a little too logically and a little too rationally, and I guess I just haven't forgiven you for that.
I guess not. Okay. Well, you call me when you get things sorted out.
So I guess you heard that, huh?
Yeah.
God, what did I just do? I didn't mean to get angry with Larry like that, but when he mentioned that thing about me not trusting him, I couldn't help it. It just came tumbling out of me.
I know, Brenda. It happens sometimes, right? I mean, sometimes things bother you and you don't realize it until you talk about it.
Well, I thought that I had forgiven him about all that with Stephen, but if I haven't, I mean, what kind of future are we going to have? What kind of marriage is that going to be?
Just please, stop snowballing things. Look, all Dad was trying to do was protect you. That's all.
Do you know how much I hate it when he treats me like a little girl who needs Big Daddy to tell her what to do? Do you know how much I hate that?
Well, Brenda, I agree with him.
How can you say that to me?
All right, because Michael Grand is using this trust fund to stay in Stephen's life and in your life, whether you want him to or not, Brenda. And, you know, it makes me wonder if he didn't want Dad to see this document or not.
That is ridiculous, Dan. We went into that bedroom to get the baby ready for the christening. We were going to be right back out here.
Okay, and you're telling me that Michael's not going to be upset if he finds out that you and Dad are having problems?
What does that mean?
Come on, Brenda. He's got a crush on you.
He does not. That baby, Stephen, is the most important thing in his life. I mean, he knows how much I love Larry.
All right, maybe you're right. Maybe all this business with the trust fund is very innocent. But Brenda, Dad still has the right to question it. And to wonder why you withheld all this information from him.
I didn't tell him, Dan, because I know he isn't going to approve of that.
Well, maybe he would have at first. But Brenda, that would have passed, and you know why? Because Dad loves you. And you just said that you love him. Brenda, don't you see you belong together?
Do we? I mean, do we, Dan, really? I don't even know anymore. I thought I had forgiven him for all of that stuff about Stephen. And then when all of this comes out, I realize I haven't let go of those feelings.
Brenda, call him.
No.
Just call him, please. Talk to him and get this out in the open.
No, I can't talk to him now. I've just got to call the church and cancel this christening thing. I can't do this today. Jesus, what happened? 30 minutes ago, I'm here. I'm feeling so secure. Everything is so stable. And all of a sudden, it's like my whole world is falling down around my ears. Dan,
Well, maybe my footman turned back into a mouse. Or maybe that note was referring to a shoe salesman who wanted to come and check the size of your foot. Well, I'm going to call Raymond, see if he's done with his tests.
Okay.
I think there's someone here to see you.
Miss Gordon, I believe.
Yes.
This is for you, milady.
Now, wait a minute. Who are you working for? Who sent you?
My lips are sealed.
Do you think the prince had that footman brought over the way from Mindora? Oh, of course he did. We don't have footmen in America. Hold this. Oh, wow. Check this out. Oh, my God. Megan, let me see that. Sarah, don't. Very nice. No, come on, that's really embarrassing. Just give this back to me. It's beautiful. Excuse me. Wait, let me see this. Sarah, it's gorgeous. Private.
Oh, Clint.
Oh, Clint. What does oh, Clint mean?
I don't know. Oh, Clint, please. Look, if we seem comfortable with each other, it's probably just because we were married once.
That was 25 years ago, Viki. You don't slip into being an old married couple, but...
And we didn't. Nor did I choose Roger to do this expose with. I had a professional actor lined up to play my husband when you refused.
I refused?
Yes, you refused. I left a long message on your answering machine in Buchanan City.
I didn't get any message from you.
You didn't get a message from me?
No, I didn't get a message from you.
Oh. I guess that explains why you didn't call me back. Well, I was very annoyed and very hurt by it. So I asked Megan to get me a professional actor. And she did, and he was going to play the part of my husband, but then at the last minute he got a job in New York. He had to back out, so Roger said that he would play the part of George, and that is the whole truth. I have been dying for you to come back.
Yeah. Well, you know, I got the notion in my head that my turning that honky-tonk town into an authentic Western community might not be quite as important as my wife and family.
Oh, God, I'm so glad you did. And I know how much it must have meant to you to give up your dream.
Well, it's a dream I'll always hang on to. I figured I'd just postpone it a few years until whenever. And then I walk in here and I find you and Roger, and it hits me. It hits me that once again I had underestimated good old Roger, and I had underestimated your feelings for Roger.
Can we please not talk about Roger? Can we just talk about you and me? I mean, your coming home means that we can pull our marriage back together again.
You don't think he figures into that?
No, he does not. Except for this investigation, we have confined ourselves only to centennial activities.
It doesn't matter if you confine yourself to separate continents, Viki. He is the dream that you haven't given up. I had hoped that you had him out of your system by now, but then I walk in here and after today, I mean, I gotta face the facts. And the fact is, there's very little room in your heart for old Clint anymore.
Andy! Guess Mama never taught you anything about putting your feet up on people's desks either.
Well, I always think best with my feet up.
Great. What are you still doing here? Shouldn't you be toiling away in the family restaurant?
Well, I thought I'd hang around and field any calls from Megan while you were in the control room.
Really? So how many did you get? 2, 4, 10, 12, 184?
Nada.
Yeah.
Look, I was worried. Maybe you should have signed the card.
Look, if I'd signed the cards, she would have brought the gifts in here and thrown them right in my face. This way she can enjoy them a little bit, speculate about my feelings, realize the time and trouble I've gone to.
Yeah, especially after those diamond earrings.
Especially after the diamond earrings.
Max, I've been thinking, maybe the reason Megan hasn't responded is because she thinks the gifts are from someone else.
Who? I've been the only man in Megan's life for over a year.
Okay, show's over, folks. Show's over. I can't believe he gave me something this personal. So, why do you think the prince had a teddy sent over for you? Now, stop leering, Sarah. There is a perfectly simple explanation for this. He's obviously outfitting me for the Centennial Ball tomorrow. And he's already given me everything else, except for the dress, and he knows that the costume department's making that for me.
I don't know about that. I think he's still planning on a private showing.
Well, then I might have to give it to him. What? I'm just kidding. Oh, no, actually. What? I mean, look. I have no future with the future king of Mandora. He cannot marry commoners.
Who's talking about marry? You know, a lot of fun happens before marriage.
I know. Maybe we could have a little romance, a few laughs before he goes back to Mandora. We can give him some sweet memories for him to remember. Yeah, okay, well, I think I will leave you here with thoughts of your sweet memories, all right? I gotta get back to work. What about tomorrow? Hey, let's get ready for the ball together like we used to do. Oh, I would love that. They're giving me a room here at the hotel. Come by at like 5.
Fine. All right, bye. Take care of yourself. And your presents, princess.
Now, you see, doesn't this prove that I was right to get rid of Max?
Please don't say that, because it's not true. I love you so much. And I won't have you telling me that I don't.
All right, fine, so you love me. You love me. You also love Roger Gordon. So nothing has changed, Viki, except I showed up in time to learn the same old lesson all over again.
Oh, will you stop it? Why are you so determined to push me into Roger's arms? Are you just looking for a way out of the marriage?
Oh, come on, don't be insulting.
Well, then please listen to me and give us a chance. You keep telling me how I feel about Roger Gordon. And no matter what I say, you still believe it, and then you leave.
Because I accept it. You don't. In your mind, Victoria Lord Buchanan is not the kind of woman who could leave her husband for another man. So she keeps trying to convince herself that her husband is still important to her.
But you are important. Will you stop analyzing me?
Are you willing? Are you willing to stop seeing Roger Gordon, to stop talking to him? Are you willing to put him out of your life for good? No, you're not. But I am willing to give up Buchanan City for you.
My God, that's hardly the same thing.
That's exactly the same thing. It's my other love and your other love, but you're not willing to give up your other love. Well, it's over, Viki. I quit. I'm done. I'm through. I'm not going to fantasize anymore. I'm not going to hope. I'm just going to try and live my own little life right here in Landview, but without you.
Oh, Clint.
And now the kids ought to be home, so I'm going to go see them and tell them.
Tell them?
Tell them.
My God, what are you going to tell them? That you can see into the future, that you have all the answers, that they're all negative?
I'm going to tell them I love them very much, Viki. But that their mommy and I can't live together anymore because we have different priorities. Because somehow we have managed to mess up the best damn marriage there ever was.